Now, if my last Type 59 game I uploaded was easy mode, this is hellish mode. We've got a brand new T-34-3, 0k games, just bought his first Tier 8 premium. He doesn't have a clue what he's doing. The rest of our team are an assortment of bad. So it's going to be pretty much on my platoon's shoulders for the whole game. The enemy have a Rheinmetall who actually knows what they're doing. They have a Tier 8 Arty who knows how to click tanks. We've got some problems. So, being redshirt and being in Type 59s, the first thing I am doing is going to K2 to try and spot tanks coming down the K line so that our baddies camping on the hill can do something about them. SRB will be covering from the hill, Durandal's coming with me. I should probably note now this is going to be a long video. Camouflage rocks, OP. But yeah, go grab a glass of your favourite and cigar and I don't know, some snacks and be ready to sit this one out. Maybe a good book. It is redshirt and they do have a hell campable TD with the Jesus camo and a ridiculously large gun for tier. So as you can imagine, this is going to run very close to the 15-minute timer. So Durandal takes the K2 spot. There's no point packing both Type 59s into K2 and risking Arty killing us both, so I go around the left side. They haven't pushed something up onto the base of the hill yet, so I take advantage. IS-3's magical side-spaced armor and tracks. Okay, so they got something on the hill now. I pull back behind cover where it can't hit me. 59-16 suicides. So Durandal and I mostly want to stop these guys from pushing around into us now. Two IS-3s, not something I want to fight. Right, the hill tank is spotted, it's a Tiger. That's what hit me before. I try and get as many shots into it as I can, but he starts backing off, so my second shot whiffs into the dirt. Now here comes our first mistake. SRB pushes straight into it. Unfortunately, it spots him for the Rheinmetall and the T-34 and the Arty and everything else on their team, and so he suffers a fiery death. He's also blocking my shots on the Tiger 1 as he tries to find cover behind it, so I'm unable to kill it. So we're 159 down. At the moment our team is trading favourably with the enemy, but that's not going to last, as you could imagine looking at our team on XVM. So I start pushing around this side, hoping to spot the IS-3s for the hill, maybe get in behind, or sorry, the IS-3 one who's dead. He pushes Durandal, so I gotta get around behind him. His support hasn't moved up yet, so in theory I should be able to rough this guy up without too much trouble. In practice, I'm bad at tanks. Shouldn't have shot there, that's his spaced armor. I knew that wasn't going to go through, but I shot there anyway. Side of the turret, or rear of the turret, I can pen him there. That entire area of over track hull is spaced armor. There's no point shooting at it unless your gun has more than, I would say, 200, probably 220 penetration you can go through. 181, not going to. So I managed to pen him through his tracks at an angle, which is interesting. Somebody hits him with HE, probably the SU-152. I come around the back. I wasn't able to save Durandal, so it's all on me now. Tiger 1 gets relit, I think by me, so I take my time, words are hard, to make sure I aim at him and kill him. If he survives, he's going to light me as I move around. So I know where their Rheinmetall is, I know it's unlikely to move from that position. The T-34, I suspect, will push up on me. And we just lost our JT-88, who was one of the only other players on our team who can actually win games. See me admonishing my team here. They did actually send a couple of shots at the IS-3, but really not as much as I would have liked. Perhaps I've been a little rough on them, but honestly, you play this game long enough, you lose all respect you have for the other people that play this game. So I take a quick snapshot of the 100 M1, it hits him, he runs to cover, I fire a sort of Hail Mary in the hopes he's backing up, having got unspotted, but obviously he wasn't. Doesn't matter, he was killed anyway. So while we still have a numbers advantage in theory, it's not applicable. They have a Rhine medal that's still unspotted. We know where it is, but it's not lit. It's full health. It's got arty cover. It's got cover from the hill, and it's driven by a competent player. So at the moment, I'm just playing it safe, taking it slow, hanging around on this hill where I'm covered from their team. Their arty's going to have trouble hitting me here because of the just the amount of ground clutter in the way. That Hellcat, I try and bait out. He falls for it, put a shot into him to track him and back off. Unfortunately, our arty misses. Now the KV-2's on my flank. Take a quick shot at him. I think I hit his gun mantlet. I'd like him dead because he can actually kill me. I need to preserve my hit points as best as I can, and the last thing I need is a 152mm shell hitting me in the face. That shot pens him. Our Easy 8 suicides in. Now you can see my platoon mates begin encouraging our T-34-3 to move up and help me, but he's just so clueless. Lucky bounce from the Rhine medal. He hit my gun mantlet right near the top, bounced straight off. See me checking where he hit my tank right there. Another hit into the KV-2 and he's dead. Thankfully arty got him. Their arty's now firing at me, but they're having a hard time hitting me because of the hills. So again, even though we have more tanks than them, I'm the only useful tank on our team. Our arty is at least shooting things, but if I go down, we're going to lose for certain. Or draw. We are beginning to run a little low on time, and it is red shirt. So our 34-3 finally decides he's going to move up and help me. At least for now. I get relit by the Rhine medal as I push around there. He crosses the river. Both arties shoot at me, and then he has a change of heart and he drives straight into town and hides, which is completely useless. T-34 takes a shot at him. I'm just trying to avoid getting hit at this point while arty works over the T-34. I can't dive on it myself, the Rhine medal would just murder me. So even though I would like the game to be over as soon as possible, I need to really think about conserving hit points. The 34-3 is so terrified of this T-34 that he's just cowering behind a building, making no attempt to move, making no attempt to engage the enemy. See me telling our team the Rhine medal is the largest threat on their team by far, but I'm not sure if the message gets through to them. He's not spotted anyway, so there's not really anything we can do until he is. See me moving around here. I pop up to try and respot the T-34 for our artillery. I make sure I do it in bushes. I think that was actually the T-34-3 that respotted him as he retreats back to our own side of the river across the bridge. Absolutely fucking useless. He is a new player, but honestly, a player that new to the game should not purchase a tier 8 premium. They should not be playing tier 8s if they don't even know how to play tier 2s and 3s. I'm not saying that to be mean, I'm saying that because it's the fucking truth. If you're new to the game, play low tier tanks until you're good at it. Once you learn the basics, then you can get a tier 8 premium. There's no excuse, absolutely no excuse. Wargaming really need to have a warning on their site when people try and buy high tier premiums with low games played counts. Now you can see there, second shot bounces off the top of my turret. I take a hit, I really don't need to doing that though. But you can see with 4.5 minutes on the clock, I'm getting impatient. I'm worried this is going to turn into a draw. I think on this particular day, or the day, that week, I'd actually had more draws in, a 7-day period, more or less, than I usually get in 6 months of regular play. I was just fed up. I did not want another draw. So here I'm just trying to proxy spot the Rheinmetall for our artillery, which unfortunately is not positioned very well to hit it. Nothing on our team is positioned well to hit it. This is the problem with inexperienced players. They don't know where they need to be to shoot tanks. The enemy do still have 2 arty, but their arty are not capable of hitting me unless they relocate basically to our side of the map or charge at me, so I'm not really worried. The Rheinmetall is the big scary thing to be afraid of. It tries to push me here for a moment, but because it's still lit, arty goes in, unfortunately doesn't kill it, just tracks it with splash, and that shell misses. But it does scare the Rheinmetall back behind a further building because it realizes it's not arty safe anymore. So I've lost my ability to proxy spot because the Rheinmetall's disengaged. I move up to the building again. I think that was me that proxied it. Pretty sure it was. Our 34-3 has another change of heart and decides he will be useful after all. With 2 minutes 50 left on the clock, I'm just trying to stay alive for a moment. Really hoping somebody on our team will manage to hit this fucking thing. See, I'm getting really frustrated in chat. Really frustrated. There was some choice words being thrown around on TeamSpeak right about now. I'm waiting for 2 things here. Either our arty to hit the Rheinmetall, or for it to fire at the 34-3 so I can quickly drive in and shoot it. It's driving out to shoot at him, and oh, the arty manages to kill it, finally. 2 minutes left, we've won the game. It was a lot closer than it needed to be. This is really exemplary of, first of all, why just bad players, new players, etc. should not buy tanks they don't know how to play. And also, if you know what you're doing and you can click tanks, you need to stay alive. If I'd played as aggressively as I'm known for playing, I would have died, we would have lost. But because I sort of decided, oh, hang on a minute here, I've got to stay alive, we were able to eventually win the game. It also kind of demonstrates that these pubbies just expect to be fucking carried, and as much as I'd like to throw games to spite them, I want to win. So it's got to happen.